Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play God of War. Today we have some important business to attend to before we get back to the main story. We're gonna ignore that boy. So the intermission episodes should be up by the time I am recording this. I just got done with the last one, the Valkyrie in Muspelheim. Which, by the way, that sucks. You have to do every single challenge in Muspelheim before you get to fight that Valkyrie.
Come visit Brock and I at the temple sometime.
At least with Niflheim, you can kind of just tank that poison buildup if you do her fast enough. If you kill the Valkyrie fast enough, you don't have to worry about the poison mist. You don't have to worry about grinding for gear to resist the poison mist. You just have to beeline through the maze, find your way around kind of intuitively, and you're golden. But alas, traveled all over Midgard, all over Muspelheim, all over Helheim, all over Niflheim, so that we can finally get here to the Council of the Valkyries.
The Council of Valkyries.
The Valkyries are of Valhalla, are they not?
Glad to see you're paying attention, brother. You are correct. Valhalla, the great hall of the Einherjar, is their home within Asgard. But while there, they are subject to the scrutiny of the All-Father himself. And relations between the Valkyries and Odin were tense during my tenure as his advisor.
Why?
Well, that's an even longer story, lad. For now, why don't we look around for some clues?
So before coming here, you should have all of the helmets, all 8 of them, from the other Valkyries.
Whoa, you're back. Come here. Who is she?
Gunnar, Mistress of War. After any conflict, big or small, she would be first on the scene, sussing out the worthy spirits for a free trip to Valhalla. A gruesome task, but she took great pride in it.
Any conflict? Impossible.
It's true. She had help from her sisters, of course, but Gunnar was always first to arrive. Her judgment of the fallen was unparalleled, and an invaluable resource to Odin. She was one of his favorites. Ah, Gondul. Beautiful Gondul.
And?
Huh?
That's it? Beautiful Gondul? No story or anything?
Oh, sorry, lad. The sight of Gondul always took my breath away. Gondul had a silver tongue, a sharp wit, and struck a figure so stunning it literally drove men insane. Odin forbid her from setting foot in Midgard after a time, as insanity is not a welcome trait in Valhalla.
Treasure! All right!
This is none other than Geirdrithul, the Master of Arms in Valhalla, responsible for arming and training Odin's Einherjar.
His what?
His army come Ragnarok. The entire reason Valhalla exists, you see. The Einherjar wait in the Great Hall endlessly, feasting, drinking, and fornicating themselves silly. Once Ragnarok begins, Odin calls them into service to fight on his behalf. Geirdrithul had her hands full training that lot. My friends, is Kara. Now, Valkyries are volatile by nature, but Kara, the lass is wild storm personified.
A wild storm.
Aye, calm and collected. Then the air would shift and the fury of her storm would unleash. 'Twas beautiful in a way, assuming you could find proper shelter. Her tears would cleanse the blood-soaked battlefields. This is Rota, a chooser of the slain.
I thought all the Valkyrie did that.
Not exactly, lad. Although that is what they're most famous for, and by far their greatest responsibility. You've seen what happens to the dead without the judgment of the Valkyries.
Hellwalkers.
That's right. Rota, Gunnar, Skuld. Without them to clean up the aftermath of battle, hell overflows with souls meant for Valhalla. A sorry state of affairs. Rota must be beside herself. Ah, here we have Air, the healer.
A Valkyrie healer? Strange.
Air was strange, as a matter of fact. Very quiet, very calm. Where her sisters were violent rapids, Air was a gentle stream. She healed the wounds of both mortals and gods, and even a certain all-knowing sage who once drank too much and fell off a mountain. Not my proudest moment. Well, Hilda, mistress of battle. She and Odin got on quite well, actually. Her and the other Valkyries, not so much. She would spend most of her time here in Midgard observing discord between the living, and sewing some up herself from time to time. She lived for conflict. Some say she was conflict personified. I wonder what will become of her now that she's free. Olrun, once the daughter of a powerful chieftain. She fell defending him during a Reaver attack. Olrun was escorted to Valhalla, where she chose to devote her afterlife to the pursuit of knowledge above all else. Quite unusual behavior amongst the constant drinking and feasting of her fellow Valhallian denizens.
How'd she end up a Valkyrie?
Odin. He saw a kindred spirit in Olrun's single-minded pursuit of knowledge. He appointed her as the Valkyrie's resident historian.
Now we can finally take our first stab at God of War's super boss, Sigrun, the Queen of the Valkyries. And I do mean my first stab at her. Holy shit, she takes no damage. Appears to be an amalgamation of all the other Valkyries' moves, which I kind of just burned them down before I learned their movesets completely. Oh! That's no good. Oh, yeah, I forgot to replace my Resurrection Stone, too, after the Muspelheim one. Oops. I'm back with a new loadout. Gave this a bunch of attempts, and the main thing that I went and I just changed out was the parry talisman. I put the Bangle of Time on instead, and I went and I upgraded that while I was out. Did some other swaps, mainly runic attacks. This is one of the main problems I was having with the parry bracelet, is attacks like that, projectiles. Because you aren't invulnerable for the entire duration of the parry animation. If you catch a projectile, it gets really, really ugly, because you're stuck in that animation. Also, I was right, Sigrun is just the Christopher Robin of Valkyries. She just takes the moves of all the other ones. Makes it really fun, though, because her moveset's huge. She is... Oh, you tricky. Tricky. So you really just have to know her moveset cold. She does so much damage, and she has so much health. Like, you just straight up can't afford mistakes. This is good. Play my cards right. With that light Blades of Chaos runic attack, I can build up a lot of rage. Maybe get another one going before my Resurrection Stone. If it comes to that. This is an okay attempt. Oh, just that talisman's making such a difference. Even without the active effect of it. That's... okay. That's always going to be the blockable hit. She usually does her, like, Goro Stomp command grab kind of thing right after that. Again, it's just about, like, learning these cold. Sometimes she'll do 3 in a row. If she does 2 of those, she always follows it up by backdashing and then coming in with an unblockable lunge. Knock her out of the air with Atreus when she does that, the unblockable in the air, unless it's the projectile one. That has not so much a long windup. That's a lot of rage. Good. This is just free damage and minor healing, which we'll take. Ah, fuck. So this means, oh, I have to be so careful about the grab now, because it's half health. The one where she comes out, down from the sky and stomps on your face, like that's half health. Okay, that's gonna be block this. She dashes to your left. It's blockable. If she dashes to the right, it's gonna be the unblockable one. Ooh, this feels... Damn it! I really want another rage, just for the health. Oh, I hate being this low with no res stone, and she's in her like devil trigger state now. You'd see the purple glowing eyes. I don't know what that does. I know that she takes less damage. Probably does more. Fuck! This is a nice breather. I wasn't feeling it. She's 1 pip left. I don't want to screw this up. What a combo this is, because you can guarantee you're going to get all the hits and all the rage. That's... Oh no, she wasn't dashing for the unblockable. Yo, what a fight! That's the best boss fight in the game. That's so good.
Thank you, friends. You have saved the Valkyries.
Sigrun, how did this happen?
Lemire, is that you? You have been freed, but
Freedom comes at a price, milady.
You speak truly. Countless winters we serve the All-Father. But only through his union to the Queen did we ever taste some measure of freedom.
But aren't you the queen?
There has only been one queen of the Valkyries, the goddess Freya. When Odin severed her wings, I served in her absence, but it wasn't enough for the All-Father. He used an archaic piece of magic, corrupting my sisters. I tried to contain the damage by imprisoning them in places where they could cause no harm, but soon I lost myself as well.
Sigrun, I'm sorry for being so worthless. I could have done something, or tried at the very least. What will you do now?
I must reunite with my sisters. Together we can restore balance to the realms. You have the eternal blessings of the Valkyries.
Well, we did it, I suppose.
You don't sound very happy about it.
It's difficult to be happy about anything when you're a reanimated head. I'm grateful we were able to set the Valkyries free. But so much of this could have been avoided, if only...
You said it yourself, Head. It does not matter anymore. The past is the past.
Well, that's awfully cheerful coming from you.
I am in a good mood. The dwarves will make use of this helm.
Your dad's a wee bit single-minded, isn't he, lad?
Definitely.
So for some of the tedium spent in getting here, the fight itself makes it 100% worth it. That's a fun fight. Took me a while to learn it. Really had to optimize a few things too. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a whole lot. I wish more fights in the game were like that. Also, if you didn't notice, we got the time stone for the Infinity Gauntlet at the end of that fight. In fact, a lot of the
Freya
Infinity
is the
Stones come from
Valkyrie?
Valkyries.
She never told us. You never told us.
Explain yourself, Head. Or are you bewitched again?
Not at all. Freya was Queen of the Valkyries at one point. Part of her marriage dowry included overseeing the Valkyries themselves. As a powerful Vanir goddess, they revered her. I never knew how much until now.
This'll be our best work yet. Just need a little help from you lot.
What do you want?
With the whetstone and hammer you've retrieved for us, Brock and I can construct the Dvegrathikr, dwarven armor of legend.
We just need 3 more mythical ingredients before we set to hammer.
Which are...
Dunno. Armor's pure legend, and the details is fuzzier than a wolver's butthole.
You expect us to find parts from a legend?
Oh, Motsognir the Dwarf King found 2 of them. Everyone knows that. But when he went looking for the 3rd...
Poof! He vanished. Maybe he'll find some clues at his stronghold in Konungsgard.
And looky here. A Konungsgard entry stone. It's got your name on it. How fucking strange. The stronghold's northwest of here, behind the Svartalfheim Realm Tower.
Large stone structure, creepy atmosphere. You'll know it when you see it. The Huldra brothers, back in action again. Oh, I can't wait to get started.
Never think I'd see such a day we was back to building as a duo. But it feels right, especially for this. Been so used to building on my own all these years, almost forgot how dang useful an extra pair of hands is.
I forgot how much easier it is to smelt scap slag with someone else gauging the temperature.
This'll be our best work yet. Just need a little help from you lot.
Something else we can do for you?
Nah, just... glad you guys worked it out.
Ah. Well, I could say the same to you.
Ha!
I guess I was getting a bit full of myself.
Told him what he needed to hear, how's it sounds to me.
Just the same. I'm sorry for how I spoke to you, Sindri. You forgive me?
Already have. Like you said, it all worked out. Now, let us get back to work before I get... sentimental.
we are totally not going after that armor. Oh, it's so not worth it, especially now that we've done the hardest thing in the game. By 100 miles, the hardest thing. Oh, but that's such a sweet moment. I'm happy. Plus we get Atreus being self-aware and humble and apologetic and back to his good old chipper self. The reign of terror, the reign of the brat has come to an end. And we're ready to move on with the story. And we will be doing so.
Here's Rune. This is it.
Right under the room that we were just in. Right under the temple.
We're inside. But what is this place?
Your guess is as good as mine, little brother.
So we should be getting pretty close to being underneath the realm travel room.
The tree! We're underneath the realm travel room. But why is the floor on the ceiling?
Those realm doors seem to mirror the ones above.
Anything around here, or does this just go in a big circle with no dead ends?
Father, look up there.
Oh, up where? Huh, almost looks like it could be a door.
Up there. Tyr used the same magic to protect the Black Rune. The clue we seek may be inside.
Huh. Right next to the Jotunheim door.
Interesting. But can we reach it?
Not from here.
What's behind there?
The lighting in this room is gorgeous.
Well, one inner sanctum within another.
Those tapestries. Looks like more giant art. Whatever Tyr did for them must have been big.
Yeah, it looks similar to what we saw on the way down to his vault. I think this just spits us out on the other side. Doesn't look like anything that was worth exploring for.
Whoa, who are they?
Boy, this is the rune for Jotunheim.
That's right. And look, we're on the other side of the door.
The upside-down door.
What are you thinking?
Stand back.
Okay. It's moving!
What's moving?
Everything!
Extraordinary. The whole room is built on some kind of axle.
There's chains on both sides. Without those...
We can flip the temple.
All right!
What now?
Uh-oh. Things are happening. Okay. I don't think they're attacking.
Boy, on the statues.
I see them. It says void.
Ominous.
Go on. Read.
Before the first, after the last. Nothing between, no shadow cast. Alpha.
Are you quite sure flipping the temple is the only way to reach them, whatever it is?
You said there would be a path. The temple can be flipped.
Therefore, we flip the temple. The logic is unassailable. Not sure what happens when we recklessly upend a room that's rooted to 8 other realms. I'm curious, of course, but it's a leap to imagine it gets us to Jotunheim.
I don't mind a leap.
Well, who knows? Perhaps you and Tyr are the same kind of mad.
So we are going to break the chains and then flip the temple.
Here, boy. Another one.
It says his name is Bergelmir. I think Mother said he was the king of the giants.
Aye, that he was. And quite a bit more.
Looks like he had a lot of kids.
That, little brother, is what we call an understatement.
He's dead, but nobody killed him. Do giants die from old age?
They may, though it's rare among the legends.
Alright, so from here we have 2 different rooms that we can
An
travel
army.
to. Oh, I forgot about this.
Statues.
I don't think they're the kind that come to life, if that's what you're worried about. Tyr often said that in the world of peace he envisioned, the only soldiers he'd need would be statues. Bless his heart, but the bugger did take himself rather seriously, didn't he?
Alright, so that's gonna do it for now. Thanks for watching. Oh, look at this lovely
Playing
room.
with the death traps.
Take it easy, have a good one.